Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. It's your girl Chrissy Ferreira, the authority coach, coming to you live. So full disclosure for those of you guys watching, I have a little bit of a migraine today. Not feeling that great, but we're in day 3 of the Go Live challenge. So I'm showing up for everybody that's in the challenge. So even not feeling good, okay, I'm still showing up for you guys. So bear with me today on today's call, okay? But I'm still here. So we're actually going to keep this quick and short and simple. So as you're jumping on, say hello in the comments. If you're on the replay, please let me know that you watched this video, but let's dive in. The real reason why you aren't showing up, okay? Today, I'm just going to give it to you straight. We're not going to beat around the bush, and we're going to talk about the things. So if you are somebody who, you're a business owner, obviously, if you're watching this, and you feel like you haven't been actually showing up on social media and marketing and networking, going to events, like if you haven't been showing up in the way that you know you should be showing up, I want to talk about the real reason as to why that is happening. Okay. Now they say that the hardest part is just getting there. Like when you go to the gym, they say the hardest part is getting up in the morning and actually getting there. They say the hardest part about going live is actually, gearing up for it and actually hitting that live button. Okay. For a lot of things, it's actually showing up to the event. That's the hardest part. And I want to say that that's only 50% of the hardest part. I think that actually showing up is 50% of the reason, but I think the other part of it is that once you actually get there, what makes it really difficult and the reason why maybe you're not getting the results that you want or why you're avoiding it in the first place is because you don't know what to do once you're there. So like you go to the gym, you get there. Okay, great. You got up in the morning, you get to the gym. But what do you do now? Like, you're going to go on the treadmill for 10 minutes. You're going to lift weights for 10 minutes. Like, what workout are you going to do? Are you just going to kind of walk around to the machines and look at the pictures and see, oh, this looks good. This looks good. Okay. Maybe you're not getting the results that you want because you don't know what the hell you're doing when you get there. Right. So 50% of getting the results is getting there, but then actually understanding what to do, right? Once you're there. Same thing when you go live. Once you hit the live button, okay, 50% of it is actually hitting that live button. But then once you actually go live, what do, right? How do you start it? How do you hook your audience in? How do you keep them engaged? How do you actually make money when you go live? Okay. Same thing with social media. When you're showing up and you're posting your content, one of the hardest things can be, okay, actually posting online, but not understanding what to post, I think is, when it's not effective and you're not actually getting people DMing you and hitting your links. Okay. And so like I was saying, like the real reason I think why you aren't showing up at the level that you want to or that you should be is that 50% is there's a part of you that's avoiding it in the first place. And the other part of it is that you don't actually know what to do once you're there. Okay. And so I think a lot of things kind of come into play when we're wanting to show up through our marketing more, but we don't know how. I think a lot of it has to do with overthinking it. You may be a strong writer, you may not be a strong writer, you may be super confident on video, you may not be super confident in video. But I think a lot of times, even if you're great at those things, even if you're a great writer, you may be overthinking your written content. Even if you're great on video and you're great at, in-person networking, you may be the most amazing person at approaching a stranger and introducing yourself. But a lot of times we avoid these things because we tend to overthink it. You're going to go to a networking event and you start overthinking like, oh, who's going to be there? What if I don't like the food? Or what if nobody knows me there? Or what if I know people there? What am I going to say? How am I going to introduce myself? What am I going to wear? Are they going to be looking at my stomach? Like sometimes we overthink the process. It can come from our confidence, our self-esteem. It can come from doubt, right? Doubting our ability, doubting, will I be good enough? It can come from perfectionism of wanting it to be so perfect. It can come from stress. Like there could be things going on in your life and we're just overthinking it and the stress is consuming us and we just don't do it. I'm a mom. I have a 4-year-old. When I first started my business, like this business, my marketing business back in 2020, my son was 1 and I was stressed. I was dealing with postpartum. It was the pandemic. I had other things going on. We dealt with a loss in the family. Like I had stress going on. And sometimes it could be difficult to show up simply because of stress. I couldn't focus. My mind wasn't clear. I was consumed by what was going on in my personal life or just in business. When you're trying to get clients and maybe your business isn't bringing in as much revenue as it was before, sometimes stress can cause us to not show up, right? It plays a big role in the way we are confident, in the way that we speak, and the way that we talk, and the way that we sell our services. Stress can play a big part. And so with all of those things being said, I think ultimately working through all of these mindset issues that I just talked about, I think that those things can stop us from actually hitting play, can stop us from actually showing up. But then once you actually show up, I think the other side of it is having a game plan, knowing exactly what are you going to do. If you're going to show up on social media, what are you talking about? What are you selling? How are you going to talk about the transformations and the things involved in your services? I think that it is 50-50 mindset, 50-50 planning. And so, when I was putting together this Go Live challenge that you guys have been seeing me market for the last 2 weeks, that was what I had in mind is for some people, for some of my clients, it's just a matter of hitting play. Like they can't even get to the point where they hit play, they avoid going live. The other part is they're going live, but they're not making money going live because they don't have an actual plan. They don't have a process of how to start it, how to keep them engaged, how to bring in money, or what to talk about on their live, which is why when I did this Go Live challenge, and we're on day 3 right now, that's why I gave all the participants a method for going live. Like some of them literally just didn't know how to have a structure for the live. There is no right or wrong way to do it, but my method helps hook people in, keep them engaged, and how to actually make money every time you go live. Okay. And then the other part was, okay, that's great. Now I have the method, but what do I talk about? And so giving them daily prompts of, okay, here's the topic, here's the titles, here's the mindset shifts you need to go through, and here's the close. And so by having that structure, we have people in the challenge actually going live, actually doing the damn thing because they have a process, right? And they have a plan. They have a process and they have a plan. And those two things right there are a huge game changer when it comes to showing up online, showing up in your marketing, going to a networking event, going on stage. Like we need to have a process and we need to have a plan, okay? A mindset process and a plan. And so with that being said, first of all, if you are in this Go Live challenge, join it. If you're someone who wants to get better at live video content, you want to start utilizing your voice in your content more to build out your personal brand, and you literally just want to boost your visibility, then join this Go Live challenge. If you're on Facebook, I will drop the link for you. If you're on Instagram, just go to my bio and you can see it. The other thing I want to share with you real quick is if you're someone you wants to start leveraging live video, but you also want to start leveraging written content as well, send me a DM. Send me a DM with the word content, and let's talk a little bit more about how we can start working through that process, that mindset process of actually showing up, and then developing a marketing plan to help you show up, whether it's on video, whether it's on Instagram stories, whether it's through long form content, whether it's short form content, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. Okay. Let's talk about it and let's figure out a plan to make sure that you are showing up, but when you show up, you actually know what to do to stay visible, to stay consistent, and to actually make money online. So 2 things. 1, join the Go Live challenge if you want to start utilizing live video more. And number 2, if you want to start utilizing video more and you want help with the written piece of it as well, send me a DM with the word content and let's have a conversation. Okay. Like I said, guys, I have a migraine today, so I'm not going to stay on here too long, but I look forward to those of you guys who comment on here, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.